Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you back to another segment of New Music Discovery. Now, I haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought it was about time I did one. And the band I'm going to be talking about today and the album. First of all, the band are a band that's been around for a bit now. The band are called Moonletters, and the album we're going to be talking about today is their most recent release called This Dark Earth. Um, this Dark Earth was released on June 13th, 2025. It is Moonletter's third release, the two prior releases being Thank You from the Future, and released in 2022, and Until They Feel the Sun in 2019. Now, all three albums have been independently released. And Moonletters are a progressive rock, psychedelic rock band from Seattle, Washington. They formed in 2016. They're a five-piece band. And performing on the album, you have on lead vocals, flute and congas, Michael True, on keyboards, trumpet and vocals, John Alday, on guitars and percussion, Dave Webb, on bass and vocals, Mike Murphy, and on drums, Kelly Mines. Now, in listening to this album, first of all, the way I found out about Moonletters, an ad came across my Facebook feed. So they caught my attention, and I really wanted to listen to the album and, find out what they were about. And also, Sagosh has mentioned Moonletters in a previous conversation we had. So I honestly wanted to check this out. Um, they are progressive rock. Um, but to me, they're not progressive rock in the, quote unquote classic sense, where they focus more on, mellotron and more synth passages. There's a lot of heavy rhythm guitar on this album, and a lot of a heavy lead guitar, really good thick meaty guitar solos on this album. There are six tracks on This Dark Earth. And the lyrical themes, as you can tell from the uh, album art that I just put up, the lyrical themes deal more with the interstellar, more cosmic type of ly lyrical ideas. Again, there's six tracks on the album, and it's quite interesting. Now, it starts off with a track called Energy of the Heart, clocking in at 6 minutes and 28 seconds. And in my notes, I have your multiple time signature changes, heavy rhythm guitar passages on this, really prominent drumming. That's what I do like about this album is the drums are really prominent in the mix. Also the basses as well. And continuing with the lead off track, there are nice symphonic synths on this. And in terms of the lead guitar, I'm going to have here elements of Hackett-like guitar. Steve Hackett, from Genesis from the early 70s. And I would say that the lead guitar, is reminiscent of Nursery Crime, selling England by the pound, that kind of guitar. Fantastic. The second track is a piece called Silver Dream at 6 minutes and 38 seconds. Strong lead guitar passages, strong bass, as I, in my notes I have here, dreamy subtle synths, really intricate passages, nice piano passages, and nice use of trumpet. That's the one thing I found that's quite interesting about this group. You really don't hear a lot of progressive rock bands use trumpet or any type of horn arrangement in their music. Uh, they'll either, if they do, it'll probably be like a horn patch or a trumpet patch that they do on their synths, but not a live, trumpet or horn done in the studio. And it's quite interesting. Track three is a piece called Island of Magic Mirrors at 5 minutes and 58 seconds. And I gotta say, most of these tracks clock in at over, you know, they range from the 4 minute plus to the 6 minute plus time. There's one track that's under 2.5 minutes, and that's coming up now. Island of Magic Mirrors, strong power chords on this. This is the one track where the rhythm guitar is really front and center, and really good thick guitar tone. And again, nice use of intricate time signatures, and a nice intricate bass work that comes in. Track four is the one instrumental on the album called Lonely Moon at 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And it's a wonderful piece featuring great acoustic guitar, strong bass, and ethereal synths. There are no drums on this track. Now, what's interesting about this track is, to me, it acts as a nice little respite from the three previous tracks. And the guitar tend to sort of wrap around the bass lines and the synth passages that come in, and it works very well together. After that, track five, you have Into the Catacombs at 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Heavy rhythm guitar, really intricate musical passages on this, and really nice, thick, strong lead guitar on the solo for this piece. Track six is the one track that could be called, that could be called an opus, uh, called Dawn of the Winter Bird, clocking in at 17 minutes and 18 seconds. And this piece is split up into three sections: I Am Not Afraid, Laughing Stream, and The Portal. Now, with titles like that, you would think that they would be talking more about the, interspace galactical kind of themes, which they've been talking about throughout the entire most of the album. But the lyrical themes for the section of I Am Not Afraid is more of a romantic story, more of a relationship oriented kind of situation that's going on. But again, fantastic piece, very layered, very textured. The playing is tight, very in lock with one another, very much in the pocket in terms of between the bass and the drums. Beautifully done. Now, the vocals, done by Michael True. And first of all, when you hear a band that's listed as progressive rock, um, you automatically, your mind will automatically go back to, the 70s of, Genesis, Yes, King Crimson, ELP, Rush. And when you hear the vocals, when I heard the vocals, I was trying to sort of pinpoint, like, who does Michael True sound like? And you know what? He doesn't sound like anyone like specific. He doesn't sound like Peter Gabriel. He doesn't sound like John Anderson. He doesn't sound like Phil Collins era, or even Greg Lake from ELP. He has a very unique vocal style, and it's all onto his own. And sometimes, for me, the vocals do get a little buried in the mix. I personally would like the vocals more prominent in the mix, but he's fantastic. He's a good vocalist. So yeah, that is the album. This Dark Earth, again, 6 tracks in total. If you know of this album, please put down in the comments below your view of this album or the other two albums. Thank You from the Future, or Until They Feel the Sun. Again, this is a brand new band for me, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. I first came across this band on Facebook, and also Sagosh did mention that this is one of the new bands he's listening to. Unfortunately, you cannot get their albums on Amazon. You can stream all their albums on their YouTube channel, so please go for it. You can get their albums on Discogs. You might pay a pretty penny for it, but you know what? If you want a band, a progressive rock band that pretty much is in the present day, but does honor progressive rock bands of the past to an extent, this band is for you. Okay, so please check it out. Please let me know what you think, and put your comments down below once you have. And that's it for now. Please click like and subscribe, and do hit the notification bell to keep yourselves on top of any new content I've got coming up. I've got more shows coming up with Jim Bricker. His son John Michael is going to be joining us for an episode of Now Hear This, and also Sagosh and Ken Cheshire and I are going to be doing more shows together. So please stay tuned for that. We're going to get them to you as quickly as we possibly can. So for now, please look after yourselves and one another, and I'll see you soon on the Music Den. Bye for now.